Hi everyone, welcome back to Maxine Loves Crafts. I'm Maxine and thank you so much for clicking on this video. So today I have two DIYs that are a little outside my comfort zone, but I am so excited to share it with you. I had so much fun creating them and I hope that you like them as much as I do. Okay, so I have this Dollar Tree cutting board that I bought probably 2 years ago. The cutting board itself is adorable, but you know, you gotta change it, right? So that's the whole point in Dollar Tree DIYs. So I went ahead and I had to soak off all of the paper on it because it was not peeling off. So I soaked off the front cover, the piece that, you know, had the picture on it, and I've soaked off the back so that I could have a nice clean background and, you know, the front was clean. Okay, I did that in, what is that green? It's not moss, it's, oh, I can't remember. It's the green that's a little bit darker than moss. And then I did the front cover in cashew. Okay, so this is my first time ever using resin, and it's definitely a learning curve. But I have to say that I like using resin. Now, resin is expensive, so I won't use it a ton, but occasionally I'm for sure going to buy some and use it because it's a lot of fun. Okay, the learning curve on this was that I had made up 80, I think it's milli something in there. I did 40 and 40 of each and then mixed it. The problem was that I didn't know I only had so many minutes to pour them into the mold. You would think that's common sense, right? But it really wasn't. So I ended up with that. See that clump there? That dried up on me really fast. I didn't get in the molds quick enough. But that's okay. You know, I learned from that. And the next ones I did were much easier and I worked faster. I made less and worked faster. Okay. And because these molds are a little bit thin, I kind of went over a little bit, but that's okay too, because I took my scissors and I just cut it off. These are so fun. I don't know. There's something about resin and there's so much you can do with resin. So it's exciting. I'm extremely excited to continue working with resin when I have some and create other things as well. Okay. So I made the cow, the pig, the rooster, and the farmhouse. I mean, look at the details. I am so shocked. It gets every little detail. Look at the farmhouse. The oink I didn't use, but I just wanted to show you that I had created and how cool it was. Now I'm going to take the front cover and I'm going to glue it on. I did have a little bit of difficulty with this because the board is so old that it was, you know, starting to bow. But I ended up getting it to stick on there and not be as bowed. So I was really happy about that. At first I was like, oh no, I'm not going to be able to put the front cover back on. But I was. I'm now taking and putting those pins back in there, those push pins, and hammering them in. Now, this is called casting resin. The only thing I don't like about casting resin is that it dries white instead of clear. So you can't really add, I don't think, I'll have to do some research, but I don't think you can add paint and I don't think you can add pieces in it, you know, dried flowers. I don't think you can add any of that because it dries white. Whereas of the clear resin, you can. But so obviously I didn't want them to be white, so I painted them in moss again. And I get them all painted up, looking really, you know, the way I liked them. And I also went over them with this wax, you know, Waverly's wax, because I wanted it to, you know, the details to kind of show. So I did that, I patted it dry with some tissue. And now I'm going to put them all down with wood glue. Wood glue holds all kinds of stuff. I have learned. Okay, so I start with my cow. You know, this traditional cow, pig, rooster, you know, thing that we always see in farmhouse, right? So get all those on there. It wasn't, because the back was so, what's the word I'm looking for? It wasn't flat, like, because I hadn't filled it all the way, so I had a hard time getting it to stick, but I did get it to stick. The farmhouse I put above that. Okay, and then I get the chicken down. This is so stinking cute. I love the fact that it's like using pieces that are raised off of your projects, and you didn't have to go buy them, right? You didn't have to buy these pieces to put on your project. You can make them now. You know, it depends on the molds that you buy. And by the way, the molds came from Temu. I have got so many molds from Temu, so I'm gonna have so much fun. I took this green ribbon I got from Dollar Tree. I dovetailed the ends. Now, this project, see how quick and easy we just went over that? This project took me hours, hours to do, but I love it. I think it looks incredible, and I'm so happy that, you know, I did it. It was so much fun. Yeah, but it wasn't as quick and easy as this video was, I'll tell you. I hope you guys will tell me what you think about it in the description box, or in the comments, I'm sorry, down below. And also, like, if you have any tips on resins that I don't know, I'd love to hear them. You guys know I'm so about, you know, learning, okay? All right, now I'm going to use clay, okay? Now, I'm not using the clay from, like, IOD, which is the clay I'm probably going to need to buy. This is some clay. I think it's a 5-pound bucket I got off Amazon for $10. So it's not the kind of clay I think that you want to use in molds, but this also comes out really, really nice, and I'm extremely happy with it. I think the clay just isn't as workable as, you know, other clays. So I'm going to have to play around, maybe get some IOD clay, other clays, and really see what works for me. Again, this is a Temu mold. So as you see, I made a rabbit. I made those flowers. I made this rabbit. Now, those flowers you're going to see here in a minute, I'm going to roll them up because I don't like them. And because this clay isn't as workable, I have to go through now and cut my pieces out, right? Because, you know, I couldn't get them to even out into the mold. But that's okay too, right? I just went through and cut them out. I think I'm going to buy myself a knife that I keep with my clay so that I'll have a knife I can go through and cut around it. I've watched other people use molds and clay. They use IOD clay, and it really, it's workable. I don't know, it just works better is I guess what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I'm putting my rabbit down. I'm still at this point thinking I'm going to keep those flowers, or those leaves, I guess you'd say. I'm going to put this down, and then I'm like, okay, no. I don't like these. They're falling apart. I just don't like them. So I take them off, I roll them up, and get rid of them, okay? And then at that point, I'm like, okay, I'm going to move my rabbit, because I'd already put the wood glue on the back of him. And underneath there, where I had put him, that wood glue, that comes in later, because that ends up crackling my paint, which I loved. So it was like a happy accident that now I'm like, I cannot believe that wood glue crackled my paint. So that was a fun little lesson I learned. Okay, so then I think, okay, well, I still wanted some leaves around it, so I took this other mold that I got off Temu, and the bee one, and this is just like one row of leaves, I guess you would call it. That's what I'm going to call it. And I flip it over there. I make 2 of these, okay? I cut around it, obviously, you know, get all my pieces to where they're perfect, and then I can glue them onto my board. Now, I let this dry overnight because I wanted to really make sure that it was dried, and, you know, you know, I didn't want to, I wasn't sure how soon I could start painting my clay, is what I'm trying to say. So, you know, I just wanted to make sure it was okay. Okay, I'm still working on cutting it out. I wanted you guys to see, you know, how well it came out, how long it took me. Okay, so I really like it on the side of the egg, which this egg is from Dollar Tree. It's those eggs. I never found the carrot and the bunny, which I was so upset about. I wanted to find those so bad. I looked and I went to so many Dollar Trees and never found them. I'm just crushed. And I only found 2 of the eggs. Oh, I wanted them so bad. But hopefully next year they'll come out with them again. I really, really hope. Okay, so I'm gluing it on. And I'm showing you guys, okay, there we go. It's all glued on, and I'm just going to leave it be for the night. I mean, I was so excited, too. I just kept picking it up and looking at it. Okay, here's the next day. I wanted to paint it in cashew. So I start painting. I do have a couple pieces that are cracked a little bit, but that's okay. You know, clay does that sometimes. But I end up having his little front paw pop off. But I get it glued back on. No harm, no foul. It worked out perfect. Okay, painted all of that in cashew. Now I'm going to come in with the moss, and I'm going to paint the leaf. Both leaves on each side. You guys, look at that. I love it so much. It looks so good. I have one of these little, I guess you'd call it a candlestick, little candlestick. I have that. Okay, so I had also painted that in cashew. And I'm going to glue my egg on top of it. I take me some really cute Dollar Tree ribbon. I'm going to tie a bow on it. I'm so proud of these 2 DIYs. I cannot wait to hear what you guys think of them. I'm so excited to hear all of your comments and see, you know, if there's something I could have done better, or if you just think I did pretty good for my first time ever, really. I've used clay before, but I can't remember what it was for. But I have used clay before, and I've never liked it as much as I did this time. Okay, now I take these flowers that I got from Hobby Lobby a couple weeks ago, and I thought I was just going to put a flower right in the middle of the bow, because I just thought it looked so good to add some color, right, to go with the bow. And then I thought, oh, I'll put a little flower on the rabbit, and then I'm like, no. So I end up taking the 3 of the flowers, and I put them on top. I just think this project is so cute. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm just so happy. I love having it in my Easter decor. I just love it. You know, it's like as I learn and grow as a crafter, I just am beginning to be proud of myself that I'm kind of going outside my comfort zone. And I don't know, I'm just kind of proud of myself for it. So I hope you guys are too. I thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And I'll be back tomorrow with something else to share with you. Please give me a big thumbs up. I would so appreciate it. If you're not a subscriber, I'd love for you to stick around and see if you'd like to hang out. Happy crafting, you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow on the next one. All right, bye.